struggles a bit in the lanes, but if you can get through the lanes, get to the mid game, and you're on even footing, he brings a lot to the table.
Yeah, just really haven't seen him in that kind of mid or core position in quite a while. Teams will like to spice it up and they throw him into kind of that position for support position. But outside of that, just seems to be few and far between that this pirate gets to grace the Dota Earth. So I'm actually pretty excited to see what Smash can do with him, and we already know how good of a player he is. MVP of the Summit 2, as voted by the community. Probably most of his community, but regardless.
Probably mostly by his Facebook fans.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, give him credit for having a dedicated fan base.
Absolutely. So here we go, folks. It's going to be game number 1 of our first best-of-3 series today. The winner bracket semifinals here between Not Today taking on Team Leviathan. I'll introduce your dire lineup. It's the Leviathan boys currently in their gaming house in Florida. We got Shibby here up in the top lane in your safe lane Queen of Pain, normally your mid laner, so they might be changing this up a bit. Nusham just behind, playing the Vengeful Spirit. Along the bottom, we got Shredder, who's going to be playing your Jug. Flying Zebra is going to be on that Mega Man support Disruptor. And just nearby, we got Jenkins, who's going to be playing your off-lane Batrider.
All right, over on the Peruvian side, we've got Not Today. I believe Ifrit's actually from Mexico. At least that's what Wikipedia says, but mostly Peruvian side in any case. You've got Smash Sama himself on the Kunkka. Ifrit going to be playing the Sniper. Mystical on the Dazzle. I put Stinger onto the Lion, and then heading up top is going to be Van on the Clockwork. My first time seeing the new Not Today roster in action, so I'm excited to see if they're going to live up to the hype, Dakota.
Yeah, they're looking to make their way back to the house again. They were here for the last Summit event. Didn't really have as good of a showing as I'm sure they were hoping for, but they still impressed. They took a couple of wins, but they would like to come back a bit stronger than they did previously. So we'll see if they can do it here, but they have a tough test taking on Leviathan, who have looked pretty sharp, already undefeated, I guess, if you want to be technical about it here in the Summit 3.
Yeah,
so,
the big dogs are still out there.
Yep.
EG is lurking, and presumably will make it to the winner bracket finals, but you never know, man. Especially in an online tournament. I feel like it's a little bit less stress and pressure for, you know, a team like Not Today that doesn't have the LAN experience of EG, and maybe that's where, if they get there, they can at least give them a good fight, if not cause the upset. But you got to get through Leviathan first. Don't want to count them out, and, well, lane's going to get underway. So what are we looking at here? Sniper mid versus Queen of Pain. Sniper hero that wins most of his 1v1 matchups mid, or at least is going to break even. They don't have the best... They have a decent roaming duo with the Disruptor Venge, but I wouldn't say they're exceptional by any means, so I think Sniper will do okay here. And, well, look at the off lanes. Your Batrider can always just go to the jungle. The Clockwork can cog the creeps and get experience, and I think we'll see both offlaners do quite well, whether it's in the lane or even in the woods in the case of the Bat.
I want to say almost on paper, just the drafts on both sides seem pretty even here. Both offlaners.
For the laning stage, definitely.
But yeah, we'll have to see how things go, and plus the Kunkka factor. You really don't know what to expect out of him and what he can bring when you have all these, you know, new age meta heroes in the game. So I'm interested to see how they compare. But that's going to be neat, because you think it's a bit deceptive. You have all this raw power coming out, and then suddenly the boat flies and things could dramatically turn around. He's just a beautiful counter fighter and a great initiator in his own right. So it's going to be a tough test here for Jenkins, even in the off lane. Nearby, you can see already Leviathan have their backup plan. They start stacking up the woods for the Batrider, so we can eventually move on over and build towards that Blink Dagger. 2-minute rune's going to pop.
Well, they got a haster, and this could be first blood bottom.
There goes Mystical, runs in, and yeah, he eats a torrent and goes down promptly thereafter. The haste wasn't even a big factor in that one. Just a beautiful setup between Smash and Stinger. Nicely done.
Nice rotation, and yeah, like you said, it you know, fortunate haste, but it really didn't matter. Just the easy setup for Smash, and you know, this is the one thing about Kunkka as a safe laner. He has a lot of kill potential, and it's pretty easy to set up. You drop the X there, even at level 1, it's going to be enough time, generally speaking, to set up for any kind of follow-up you want. So I think we'll continue to see the Batrider die if he stays there on bottom too long. They need to stack the jungle. Soon enough, he'll want to go rotate, clear out the stacks. Now, the good news is, it's a Kunkka tri-lane. They don't exactly push quickly, so even if you leave the lane, the supports at best are just doing extra pulling and getting their levels, but they're not taking massive objectives early on. So I don't think Leviathan are overly concerned, but yeah, this is just I would say basically an unwinnable lane for Jenkins. I mean, how do you get an experience range? They They drop the X, and you're pretty much dead.
He's going to head his way to the jungle mid lane, though. We're getting a bit of a trade here. Lots of damage on the Shibby. Ifrit will not commit for it. He's also slammed with a Scream and a little bit of a Shadow Strike right there. So they both get pretty weak and wounded. We'll have to go back for their bits of regen. Queen of Pain has one more Tango, which he's going to use right there. But still 3 more Tangos here on Ifrit. So he has more sustain to work with if you want to kind of plant himself in the lane. 20 and 20 is the top CS for both side lane farmers here. Shredder up in this top
Shibby's
lane.
make it go mid. Right then, blinks and gets off the Shadow Strike, but I don't know if this is enough follow-up. Eats the Tango. He got fogged there looking for the Shadow Strike. Fortunate for Ifrit, able to make it to the high ground, but good effort by Shibby. That's the time to hopefully get a kill on Sniper before he gets assassinated, because once he does, he chucks out the shrapnel, he hits you a few times, he gets a headshot or two, and you're dead, or you're fleeing back to the well.
Does force out a rotation from Stinger, but Stinger quickly on it, uses the best of his time, and will stack up a side camp in the meanwhile for probably that Sniper later on. So making the best of it. Now we'll get a little bit of solo XP up here, but we might have attention towards this top lane at least. For now, Newsham just kind of still hanging out nearby. And just the pull happening here for Flying Zebra. And this is where it feels like a bit of a wash from both sides. If you look at the other side, it's almost a mirror match as Miscal will make his own bits of pull for Smash to farm up in his own lane. So we're just curious to see where the balance is going to lie, probably in this mid lane between both sides.
Does Shredder go Midas on his Jug?
I don't think so.
This Gloves of Haste is very unusual pickup for a Jug if you're not going for an early Midas.
You got a wealth of farm coming your way early on. I guess the tasty hand of Midas is too tempting to pass up if you want to kind of take it to the next level with your farm potential.
At that point, there's going to be pressure on Smash to get things done for his team. As a safe lane Kunkka, you're not going to bring the same tools to the table that a Juggernaut can. You can't go for Roche. You're not as much of like a one-man army later on in the game. If you get some lucky crits and cleave hits, maybe, but generally you're more about the team fight presence, the early gank pressure, and just being active around the map. So I think, especially if we see a Midas come out, which does look to be the choice for Shredder, then that is going to put a little more pressure on Not Today, but they've got the kind of lineup that can snowball in the mid game. I would say it's a bit on the risky end, because you see a safe lane Kunkka, you're expecting a team to fight early, and with this Midas pickup, the Juggernaut is going to have that window of a couple of minutes where he just doesn't bring as much to the table as your standard Mask Commander's Phase Boots type Jug.
Yeah. Kunkka just has such interesting peaks for being a core as it is. Once he gets the boat, then you can start taking a lot of fights, and that's where he makes a lot in the early game, but then he kind of falls off a bit where some of these new heroes like your Troll, Sniper, Jug can really thrive. But in the late game, let's say, he is a Rapier candidate, and he could be one of the best ones to peak way down the road. But
and he's kind of with the new X, I would call him a fairly safe Rapier candidate.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not a Dusa level safe because he's
like
not that tanky.
Bungee core tactic where you just put yourself on an X, jump out there, get one huge crit in, and then leave.
Can I steal that? That's a good one.
Yeah,
I have to use that in the future.
It's just like a quick hit and run, and if it lands with a huge Rapier crit, then that's all it takes. It could be a one-man KO.
Scout out ban here. Kinetic Field gets dropped. Not the best, but he'll get the glimpse back. Whoa, long glimpse back into the cogs. 2 heroes trapped in them, but not a whole lot of backup. The heal comes out. It's a little avail. Duke in from the creek trying to steal it, but doesn't get the job done. And now a wild Chibi appears.
He's got Grave.
Seems only delays the inevitable. Does bait out the quad bolt though. Very nicely.
But Shredder's just going to
I think he
is. No, he pulls back. Doesn't want any more of it. I think he could have really pushed for that one, but maybe wanted to play it safe. So they did have vision on Ifrit mid lane and the bottom lane pushing, so I guess better safe than sorry for Shredder.
Shredder goes for treads. It's not a very common boot on Juggernaut. Obviously, he really uses the attack speed well. He can have mana issues, and so being able to toggle your treads is nice for that. Big Diamond Man Assassinate coming out. Ifrit gets it done. May die, though.
Oh, nice. Very nicely done. One of the best things you can ask for when you got a Disruptor on your team. Make sure you have that TP on hand for situations like that. You know, it's unfortunate that the middle laner gets brought down, but at least you get a little bit of redemption there. So, good return kill, but Sniper is getting the one-up by taking down that Queen of Pain.
It's not a huge decision, I guess, for Shredder. The attack speed is nice on Jug, and obviously it aids your Omni Slash to some extent, helping you get those extra procs. The one downside to not doing phase boots is this hero does need to be able to chase. So if you want to get off auto attacks in the fights, at this point, I guess you're really looking to the Sanjin Yasha Mask of Madness, at least one of those two, or you'll be lucky to have any auto attacks, especially against this lineup. You've got Sticky Napalm, Shadow Strike, lots of stuns. So I expect what we're going to see is just he makes up for the Tread's lack of move speed with items that give it to him. Right now, Mask of Madness recipe coming out, so there you go. We'll still have a lot to work with here.
Definitely have that Roche potential eventually. The
has
tier 1, though, is going to be brought down here on the bottom lane, and it is Smash who gets the last hit. They have a lineup that things are going to get pretty fun here into the mid-game as Clock is able to throw together his level 6, and he does have the hook shot. Makes for an easy setup with your Torrent, with your boat, and they have a lot of ways that they can easily focus one target, two target, whoever this Clockwork can get the jump on. So something that Leviathan will have to look out. They are a pretty elusive lineup with your Blinking Queen of Pain, your Bat Rider and such, but they definitely have the potential to make a quick pounce here and smoke on mid lane.
Yeah, I'm curious what Smash goes for. I feel like it may be the Blink Dagger as he's saving quite a bit of gold, but for now, Shadow Blade is your other big Kunkka option, though with no points of Tidebringer, it's pretty underwhelming at this stage of the game. He's gone for the Ganker build.
Yeah, there's the attacker build, I guess, which is a Blink Dagger and like a Battle Fury as well, just to get the early cleave for a lot of intense farm early on, and then you build.
They gotta go now. They're gonna set up on Shibby. Oh, it doesn't get off the X.
Very close. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
It takes a bit of cast. You gotta like wave that arm around like I'm about to do an X. And then finally it goes off.
It gets a lot easier once it's maxed as well. That 1,000 range, even that last 250 makes a pretty big difference.
Yes, it certainly does. But they're going to take this time to segue into some pressure on this tier 2. Leviathan don't really seem to mind it too much. Shibby is the closest one, but they're not really in fighting shape quite yet. Maybe they'd like Flying Zebra to get level 6. He's getting a bit of soul farm here on the bottom, but having that Static Storm could certainly help. Jenkins obviously very close to a Blink Dagger. He's going to have it here with this creep wave, so now that he does have it, maybe looks to step back, get a smoke, and have a strong debut with a good quick pick.
Huh. Okay, Perseverance for Smash. And now they're going to smoke again.
Oh, he's going to do the Battle Fury then, it looks like.
Yeah, this is
farm.
interesting. That's one smoke that did not work out. Let's see if the second one does. If you're going Battle Fury build, you really want to be connected on these smokes, else you're delaying the time when you get it by quite a bit. Smash, he was up significantly on the Juggernaut in CS, but now just falls slightly below him. They're going to find Shibby mid, though. There's your action start off. The boat coming out. Torrent's there as well. They'll pull him right back into the boat, and it's going to hit Flying Zebra. It's going to end up going down now. Juggernaut looking to turn it. Has the Omni Slash. There is a Grave. No TP for Mystic out. No Grave either. Doesn't get it off in time. Leviathan strike right back.
Yeah. Too quick. Omni Sash is just no time when you're that weak to really get off the shallow grave. So
you kind of have to pre-grave because otherwise the mini stun interrupts your cast animation and then you just die.
It's too hard at that point, but they do a lot of focus fire as I pointed out, and this time, oh, that's unfortunate. Smoke diverted. There's Vanny shows his metallic face, and now he just quickly makes a jump in, but Leviathan will turn it onto him. They get the lasso. Disruptor doesn't end up going down. A nice shot right there from Ifrit. He scores a double kill on his sniper, and they get the best of that engagement, taking it 2-1.
What a train wreck for Leviathan. Not only do they lose 2 for 1, but their smoke plan backfires. It was a bit unfortunate. Clockwork got an Invis rune. I'm pretty sure it was the top rune because Leviathan have the bottom rune warded. And, well, man, these things do happen, but very unfortunate for Leviathan it's not just the kills, it's the smoke being wasted. An important resource and discourages them from going for another smoke anytime soon.
Looks like not today. They have a very nice ward up on the Imba Hill right here, so they see this double stack, and it's something Leviathan will have to look out for.
You know, if they're going to go for Battle Fury Kunkka, it really makes sense to be stacking up some creeps for him. The Ancients, even just regular neutrals would be nice. Let's see, how many do they have right now? Just the single big camp stack created here. That's going to be it. So if they don't do it now, I imagine they should be looking to do it soon just to help them catch up. But they have to blink on Lion, and in he goes. Blink and Battle Start. Swap comes out. Leviathan is going to take the bullet.
Yeah, what a martyr. He's going to hand off a bit of that minus armor. No, didn't actually level up the aura quite yet, but still. I guess a worthy sacrifice to save your Shibby.
This Blink Dagger didn't work. They find Flying Zebra trying to go for a bit of the D-ward here, and he gets punished, and now well, actually, he was trying to ward, and he gets de-warded instead. Yeesh.
Really strong start for NoT today, man. And the sniper of all people getting the most out of it. He has a Sage already on hand, so he went down the road again to strength first, so he can be a bit more durable. Doesn't need to put a lot into the attack speed quite yet. There's plenty of that from the burst potential from your line and the setup there from Smash. And now they're just going to continue to push in and go for objectives to follow up here. This tier 2 now.
They're probably stab, but he's been spotted.
Uh-oh, there's a blocker. Good jump in. He's trying to fly over the high road. Assassinate will fly. Barely alive. And he gets the hell out of there while he can.
So much for that initiation. They're still plinking away at the tower here. Ifrit continues to work on it. He's got a ward spotting the other path where the supports can come from. But he will allow himself to get swapped and caught, and he's going to give up the big streak.
Pogo to fly out thereafter. Nushin gets hit. Big damage onto him, but will not go down. Rocket thereafter. Still fine for now. Now goes Shredder. Moving on forward. Low on mana, but he's using the ward to help out Nushin and his buddy. Now going toe-to-toe with Smash. And with that Thunder Strike, he should go down and will go down. Killing spree for him. Jump in lasso. They grab Stinger. They pull him back. And he's going to quickly try to get the Hex off. Good Grave does come up in this one. We're going to go for immediate TP retreat. Can't get both with the Flame Break. Gets the kill regardless. Mystical should be next to go down and will go down.
That was almost a double TP cancel with the Flame Break. If Jenkins placed it just a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What a train wreck of a team fight. It all started with the sniper, and, you know, it is nighttime to be fair, but still, I think he may have had a chance there to see them coming and just back off. Unfortunately didn't. By the way, it was going to be pretty close and limited time to react, and ends up costing not just the sniper's life, but the whole gang trying to back him up.
Yeah, a bit greedy there. I mean, it looked very tasty. The tower was very so low, and he saw how Jenkins was so wounded and hurt. Maybe the Bat Rider had to make the long trip back to base and wasn't going to be there to re-engage, but that was a bad assumption because they made a good engagement. Leviathan certainly needed a big fight to go their way, but they are letting Leviathan know here that they know that he's doing the stacks. So they'll wait. Eyes on Roche, it seems like for now, but on the other side of the world, Shibby now adding pressure to this top tier 1 tower. And for now, it's going to be Mystical who's here to help defend.
They still get the tower, and they are leading 2 towers to nothing. Or actually 3 to nothing. They've taken the mid-tier one as well. So that's good, but it's a very slight lead, to be honest. And not today Leviathan rather have a great Roshan lineup. The Venge minus armor, the Jug, right there. You can do Rosh. So not today. Got to be careful. One lost fight could easily translate into a Rosh down.
Down into the ground. Happen, but there's a fight on the other side of the hill. Brought down almost to the low ground, but it's close enough so we can finish him off. A lot of hate for that one.
Still, they have hook shot. I wonder if Van wants to go in, and he's going to fire out a rocket. We'll see these heroes in the mediocre HP levels. Jenkins now with second assassinate. Clockwork hope shot can get the kill. He goes for him.
Nice quick grab there from Van. He's going to get set back via glimpse, but that's enough to deter Leviathan from finishing the Roche. So they get the hell out of there. X goes fly on the Shredder, pops his Blade Fury, and he'll go ahead and just spin the hell out of there if possible. Nushin caught behind. Rocket. Torrent's going to miss. And now gets slowed going for the immediate TP. Can he make it out? No.
Got him with the axe.
Yep. Get back here. Takes him down.
This is reminding me of Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Come over here. You're not going anywhere right now. And this Roche is low enough that they might just be able to take it. Oh, this is a big give here for Leviathan. They don't want to give it up freely, but they are scouted, moving towards the pit every single step. Not today, know what's brewing. They are bringing in numbers, though. The whole gang comes in. Stinger, ready to initiate, gets off the Hex. The finger as well, brings down Shibby. Actually, it would be Impale, not the Hex. Does drop the Hex now on the Shredder, gets Grave. Kept alive, the Sniper low in the pit, but well, not anyway, but gonna survive. Omni Slash coming through, will take down your Dazzle. Shredder on the way out, another Blink forward. There's your Blade 3. Tries to retreat, but it's Blind Zebra who will pay. They're just collecting kill after kill. Not today now. That's Roche. They're so low. Are there buybacks available? Gets him with the Flame Break. Let's see here. No buyback on Quap nor on Disruptor. Jenkins has a Blink, though.
They have
the vision here with Sticky. They're trying to cancel that Blink Dagger. The Roche dangerously low. Gets X. Gets caught out. Could be in a lot of danger. They do have a swap.
Roche goes down. They got the Aegis. Flame Break does not bump Sniper to the high ground. Jenkins in trouble. Is going to go for a swap save. Nope, can't make it. They end up taking each other's life, but Ifrit's going to be the breadwinner on that one. He gets the Aegis. He gets all that sweet XP and gold. He's walking away. And Smash able to complete his Battle Fury also now on his company.
Yeah, again, I don't think they had one double or triple stack here, but it's not a hugely bad jungle, so you know, not as devastating as it could be that the Kunkka picks up the Battle Fury. Still, though, taking that Aegis away from Leviathan is quite a big deal. They're a little bit more of a snowball lineup. They have the Jug, Bat Rider, who go late pretty well, but a lot of these heroes do fall off. The Disruptor, pretty hard countered by BKB. Even if you get the Ags, you can still BKB at the Glimpse. And, well, your Venge, at this rate, going to be a sacrificial lamb in upcoming team fights. So, I think as the game develops, not today, feeling like they're in comfortable shape. They've got two decent late-game heroes, especially the Sniper, and they've just got great initiation. The Blink Lion came out so fast. Stinger, to me, he's the one who's been really catching Leviathan off guard. Constantly finding the Blink initiations. Van has done his part as well, and it shapes up to be a very promising mid-game here for Not Today.
And for Leviathan, their mid-game tempo control in both the Jenkins and quick shot and miss, but finds Zebra. The trap is there, Blink 4 gets the X. And nowhere to run. Swap might save him, but no, it's not enough. He still goes down to the Earth Spike, and now Leviathan have to step back. But their mid-game presence from your Batrider and specifically from Shibby on his Queen of Pain, it's been pretty lackluster, unfortunately. 0, 4, and 1 for your Queen of Pain. This is not the game he was hoping to have. Well, they're just on the path to recovery at this point, but Not Today are going to be able to get this tier 1 tower top lane.
Very poor start for Shibby. I would say it's partially matchup related. I think Sniper does pretty well in that lane, but they, they've been able to find the ganks on him early. As a result, mid lane, we're going to see more pressure being applied by Not Today. They catch him with the torrent. Rain Fury is available to dodge that boat. He'll back off. Hook shot and 3 though. They may get Shibby. Has no blink mana. They swap to Intreds. I don't know if it's good enough. They try to kidnap Smash, but he's well protected by his own cog. But his allied Clockwork will survive Shibby. The first man down, and the chase continues.
Not a very good Static Storm. Does get him back with the glimpse, but Dazzle's right there. Gets the Urn off. Flying Zebra will go down. Shredder goes in. Tries to man up. Gets the Aegis pop. And gets pulled right back. Torted. Bump back and away, and he is down. Bam! With the Clockwork double kill. Man, he has been really setting the stage beautifully here for Not Today. They seem to keep getting the better of all these engagements, and that is 4 Leviathan members down. And Jenkins, the sole survivor, and that net worth graph continues to escalate for Not Today. Now at 7,500 gold and rising. They're going to get even more from it now as they go for this tier 2 tower. It just seems to be beautiful motion for them. They get their big fight, and then they follow it up with a good objective.
Just having more heroes at the point of attack, and a lot of these fights start off looking pretty close, but once you try to run, you're running from a cock-out sniper, and not to mention the clock. If he's got the hook shot available, the Blink Lion, you can't escape this team. You either man up and fight them, or you die. Or you dodge the fight entirely. But trying to take the fight, then trying to back off, it just doesn't work. And now Not Today, smoked up. Looking to get some more aggressive wards down, potentially. Do they have any? There you go. One on the high ground. And they scout out Shibby mid. There's a Venge behind him, but I don't know if this will even phase them. They've got an awful lot of burst to get this kill.
Okay, jump in. Immediate swap save. Lucian will hand over his own life.
We'll take you instead. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, but that still means it's a successful smoke there for Not Today. A good smoke back, if you will. Thinking that after doing that tier 1, they might just kind of play it a bit easy, but they are still right in the face of Leviathan, and now they're just going to farm the jungle on the way out. They begin to control a lot more of the map as they place more of those aggressive wards. And Leviathan now, they got to make sure they can get back out there, back out on the playing field, and try to make something happen, because the way it's going, Not Today are going to continue to just build up their own economy base that's just going to swallow up Leviathan.
Wow, picking up right where they left off in the Summit 2 American qualifiers, where they just ran over the opposition en route to that grand finals, ended up taking a close one in the best of 5 versus Complexity to make it here to land. And, wow, let's see if Not Today can keep the momentum flowing. It's only game 1. Even if Leviathan drop this, they'll have a shot at a comeback, and it is double elimination. So they'll have a second shot in the lower bracket should they fall. But that's all ahead of us for now. Not Today going to retreat out as a squad, move towards the bottom side of the map. I just wonder what the comeback fights go. Right now, they feel very weak, frankly, Dakota.
Yeah. I agree with you on that, and they need to find opportunities to get these kind of picks. There's opportunities out there kind of right now, like Stinger farming this mid lane, but they still have this tier 1 that people can rotate to, so it's not even easy to go for picks like that. And it looks like for now, Not Today push back this bottom lane. Leviathan have yet to even be able to take a tower, so just kind of an idea where the game has been going.
They've got the Jug Bend. Their push is okay, but it's definitely not great.
Oh, lasso, not quite there. There's the cogs. He bumps Jenkins back and away, pulls him right to the Shredder. Shredder midi Omni Slash. Gets the kill, and that forces out a both from Smash.
Just chilling on the cliff. He'll be blinking out here. Okay. Nice pick there.
That's
for
a start. We're asking for picks, and they got a pick there, LD.
That's exactly what they want. Just a clean pick, no trades, no follow-up fighting. really nice catch there as well. The Clockwork Blade Mail not going to help you against Juggernaut. He can just Omni Slash and he's invulnerable, so you're not going to be able to get the counter kill. That's exactly what they need, and it's Not Today saying we're not going to give you any freebies. Now that you've used your Omni Slash and your Lasso, it's our turn to hunt. They did get dewarded, so they probably suspect Leviathan are in this area. They're about to get vision here.
And Stinger wants to be the one to start things off. Sees Zebra, gets the immediate hex. Jenkins is there, but can't really offer a whole lot except a simple flame break, which is not going to really do much. So Disruptor goes down. Another just quick and easy smoke gank there for Not Today. It's just a support pick, but the more gold they get, the happier they become. Ifrit right now, he has his BKB complete, shiny and anew, 10 seconds. S and Y, not your traditional more Mask of Madness kind of a build-up, but he's definitely got some meat here to work with. So
yeah, this counters most of what Leviathan have. There's still the Omni Slash and the Lasso, but Queen of Pain not going to hit nearly as hard. Yeah, she's got the Sonic Wave, but a sniper with this much HP isn't particularly flustered by that. And the Disruptor, the big hero that Ifrit does not want to be punished by. So now they'll begin their siege. It's going to be a slow one. They don't have a ton of right-click here, but they're going to at least try to force a rotation back. In the meantime, Shredder will pick up a tier 1 top.
Tower is under attack.
I still think Leviathan can turn this, but one more lost fight, that's probably a lane of racks for them.
Yeah, Not Today, not really lingering rather around too long. It looks like they'll take this time to just step back and continue to farm. Smash looks like he's going for crit. Kind of your cookie cutter Kunkka build up where you got the cleave and the serious right click potential could immediately wipe out the Leviathan squad with just one big blow. And
I am really enjoying seeing Kunkka, but I do have to say I don't feel like Kunkka's been like, oh my god, this Kunkka paint's amazing. Yeah. They got to kill early in the Batrider. He's done his job. Smash has had an impact, but so far it feels like a lot of other safe laners could have. Let's hope he proves us wrong here. Hits like a 5-man boat, big cleaving crit Torrent, and just wipes, or Tidebringer rather, and just wipes the entire team. But so far, I gotta say, as much as I love my Coco Rum, I'm not entirely sold on this hero being an amazing pick.
Jenkins takes flight and hopes that he can catch some Not Today member farming his own woods, but they are already out the other way, and even without ward vision, they just kind of have a hunch that Leviathan are kind of out on the prowl. And they have been kind of doing this buddy-buddy system here for Not Today, where they don't allow anyone to really be out on their own, because that's when Leviathan can get those easy picks. And it seems like ever since they did get that grab on the Clockwork, they're not looking to be separate whatsoever.
Yeah, they got to kind of let the picks come to them. They can't try to force it too much. Not Today have a lot of ways to punish a dive. We talked about how they're good chase you lineup. The other thing they have is Shallow Grave. So even if you catch a hero, you can just grave them, throw out the heal. They can also force staff the hero towards safety with the Lion, who is extremely farmed. Stinger, Blink, Force, Tranquil Boots, and he's not the only one. Both of these supports getting their items picked up. Even your Dazzles managed to put together a Vitality Booster. Not Today, still in very good shape as they head towards the middle.
Right to them to be able to take out all those towers in a good timely fashion for the wide spectrum of this game. I mean, that's all outer towers already down for Leviathan. Leviathan have only breached, what, 1 tower so far? So there's still a lot of gold out there for Leviathan to take. It's a matter of being able to break through this Not Today squad and getting a hold of it, because Not Today, as you pointed out, have so much, not in just their carries, but in their supports as well. And that really adds up in those big team fights. And that's why Leviathan are not very comfortable trying to really go for a big team fight. But they do smoke up. They want to make something happen, and they are beelining it towards this Roche pit.
There's only 3 here. This could be ideal for Leviathan. They've trapped him out, and they get the jump.
They do. Pull back onto Ifrit. They get him over the sniper. Can they focus fire him down? Good static storm. And Van gets forced into it. So now he's in a bit of a jam. Ifrit does slow down. Shredder puts his attention elsewhere. There's a nice boat. It does connect on the Nushim. The Coco Rum to help out Stinger for now, but Shredder still on his tail. Can he get it? Oh, blink away. Sidestep, but there's Jenkins to say, how you doing? Gets a very nice flame break. Finishes him off. Smash still alive from the high ground. Nushim's got to get the hell out of here as he is very badly beaten, but a nice X stops him. Smash jumps forward. Well, magic missile to the face, but here comes the shot. Pop! He goes down.
Sniper buyback, though. So it ends up being a 3-for-1, I believe, with the buyback. Ifrit already used his BKB, and that was just a situation where they didn't have 5. If they had 5 there, that's a very different fight, but Leviathan just finding their opportunity to catch that Not Today off guard. It was a dice roll for both teams, and Leviathan, he come out looking great here. That's going to discourage Not Today from walking into the pit now.
Yes.
By the time they go back in, Lasso's already ready again. Omni Slash is on cooldown for a while here, but really nice fight and takes a lot of the wind out of the Skunka lineup sales.
Should be less than 500 gold away from getting an Agnum's complete on his Queen of Pain. Then your Sonic Wave can be utilized to kind of push back Not Today and stall things out.
He is so poor. He's poorer than the clockwork on
it's
Not
definitely,
Today.
yeah, poor for your Queen of Pain from what we see usually. But he's
I like how you're putting the silver lining on it.
Yeah,
Should be as, you know, should be said in the pregame lobby. Their neighbor was washing her car in a bikini. It was a little distracting. Seems he may have been too distracted.
Close the blind, get back in the game here, Shibby. But they're going for Roche here, and Not Today. I don't think they have an idea of really what's happening right now, but now they start moving on over. Can they contest? Jenkins is there to scout out, flame break, but doesn't stop Lion from blinking forward. Gets the hex. Static Storm just continues to zone them back. It's enough time, and Sonic Wave even to secure Shredder his Aegis. Now they step back, Smash unleashes the goal right into the pit, connects onto Shredder. He will lose his first life at this rate, and yes, he will go down. Skinner trying to get away, barely alive as Jenkins goes on the chase. Lucian now looking to focus, smash, no mana left. There's your Thunderstrike, will go down. Shredder back from the dead, nice glimpse back. He pops the BKB, but that will not stop the Omni Slash. Shredder takes down the sniper, and it's Leviathan coming out with another big fight at the Roche pit.
That was just awful for Not Today. The Dazzle and the Lion were just like body blocking a potential hookshot from the clockwork. So he started running. If you look near the pit, he started running this way, and then he had to force staff himself up to here to get an angle to go in with the hookshot. They were their own worst enemy there. Poor Van's like, get the hell out of my freaking way. And by the time he hooks in, Shredder had just managed to snag the Aegis. So fortunately for Not Today, not the best initiation, and it cost them big time. I think Sniper also was too late to BKB the glimpse. It looks like he got pulled back first, so
yeah,
may have been able to at least save his own hide if he had BKB'd a bit sooner. Just all around, a great little fight there for Leviathan, and all of a sudden, you know, it started off as an 11k gold lead, Dakota. It's pretty much back to even.
That was a huge Roche fight turnaround. I mean, Leviathan don't get that, then you can just chalk it up as Not Today being able to kind of take control of the whole game from there on out. But this gives them new life.
They find Van.
And they are scouting out bottom right. The smash is there. The hook shot comes up from Van. The bottom does with a Shredder. He's the static storm return. Van can go down, gets the grave, and now it's Shredder who looks to move on forward. Looks like the Xbox spot is going to be pulled back. There's two different fights to break out here as they push back Stinger. It's Van still barely alive on his clockwork. Only a little bit of blood is shed as Disruptor is going to be the only casualty. But look at the immediate smoke here as Not Today. They want more blood, and they go right towards the 80. Shredder is good lead in. Finger stun. Shrapnel Shredder will go down. Good pick right there for Not Today.
Oh man, that is some serious faith in your Dazzle player. Not Today. Van just believing in Miss Cal that, okay, you're gonna grave me, I can go for this. This would normally be a suicidal play, but I trust you, buddy. Hands onto the gem. They also get the jug kill, just a beautiful bonus for Not Today, and they actually want to push off of this. It seems like they may try to breach high ground here. Pretty much everything up for Leviathan, and they can buy back. They're going to move the gem back a bit. Dan's like, I'm going to be hookshotting into their base, potentially. I do not want to be carrying this gem.
Good position here for Not Today. They would love to be able to break the high ground. It's one of the great things with Sniper is he's good with high ground defense, and he's good at breaking high ground. It's just being able to slowly siege and pressuring a team like Leviathan from making a play happen here. Flying Zebra actually planting the obs there on the low ground. Could set up a potential glimpse play when they're on the retreat, but he continues to pelt away at this tier 3, bringing it down to about a quarter life, and Jenkins continues to wait for maybe some sort of lasso opportunity.
So they want to just... Okay. I was wondering if they really want to force it, because I feel like this is not the kind of lead you want to have when you try to break the base, especially not against the Bat Rider, Disruptor, heroes that can catch you out of position, punish you when you try to retreat, and not to mention buybacks. There have been no buybacks shown by Leviathan, so potentially they have 5. Likely they have at least 2 or 3. Currently they've got 2 key ones, the Bat Rider and the Jug. So I like this choice by Not Today. Just calm down, settle your nerves a bit. You've got the Kunkka. That cocoa rum goes great late game. It's a nice little dessert type of drink to have, and Kunkka Sniper is still very fearsome late game in general, so I think it could go either way. I don't think either team is a massive advantage. It really comes down to initiation.
Yeah.
And we'll just have to see who gets the jump as the game moves along.
It's like one of those kind of games where one core on one team just gets a little too reckless with maybe farming on their own, and then you get a good initiation, whether from your Batrider and Leviathan or from your Van Clockwork for Not Today. They're caught without a buyback, and that's the time for the team to make a push happen. It's just... This is what I'm predicting here to unfold, but we'll have to see if that's indeed what happens here. Van is on a bit of an expedition as he just continues to farm up this top lane. It's more Leviathan now that are kind of grouped up. Are they looking to smoke here? No, they're just kind of taking it slow, looking to take this jungle back.
They have the gem now on the bat. This is something they desperately need. For Not Today, the gem's kind of a nice bonus that further strangles their opponent, but for Leviathan, as you pointed out several times, they got no towers. They need wards on the map to have any semblance of map control, and try to de-ward Not Today as much as possible to help even things out. That'll be the game plan for them. Unfortunately, their whole sweep misses the best ward of all, the one that's just sitting right near mid.
Yeah.
I imagine they'll find it at some point, but not yet.
Nice thing for this Kunkka grab. The Smash is doing a pretty solid job, split pushing this bottom lane, and with that X, you can pretty much do it securely. So he can continue to add pressure there, and in the meantime, Not Today just kind of get the most farm out of the map, and it adds pressure for Leviathan to try to strike back. And I don't know if it's going to take as long as maybe waiting out for the next Roche, but that very well could be the case here. Stinger goes to work at the top. He's got about 1,500 gold saved up already on top of that Blink Force, which you pointed out earlier, so mobility is no question for him. Van's going for an Ags. More hook shots the better, I suppose. And yeah, Smash continues to build up damage, and Sniper, bit of the same thing. He's got an ultimate orb, probably looking to go towards a Scotty. After
that game that we saw from... I think it was from Jonas for NIP, where he had an Ags Clockwork, and it was versus Cloud9, right? Where he like hook-shotted them like 5, 6, 7 times, cogged them back into the well. That was where I went from thinking Clockwork's an okay late game here to like, if you're really that good on Clockwork, you can win your team the game late. But, I mean, generally he's not as easy to execute as a Batrider, but getting that Ags will be a really nice pickup for Van. It's something that can find easy setups around the map, and just having the low cooldown is a great way to punish buybacks. You buy back, that's okay. We'll kill you a second time if we need to.
Yeah, just the definition of being like a bouncer for a team. Deciding who can come into the fight and who has to stay back. So yeah,
you go back, you come over here. I'm gonna give you a little hug.
And you can't do much about it. I mean, it goes right through the BKB, and you gotta struggle to find a way to get back into the fight, which is what they need the most. Not today, though. Good pressure here on the top lane. They inch infra forward to get a little bit of extra shots, forcing Leviathan to rotate back towards the base. And once they see them come back to the base, they're like, fine, we're gonna go ahead, take your jungle farm, and walk away. This is just more of Not Today, getting more of the farm across the map, and deciding where Leviathan need to go at all times.
They still have not de-warded this ward mid, unfortunately. Jenkins just hasn't been there. Keeps on going top, keeps on going to the side lanes. Maybe at some point, but at this point, Dakota, I'm starting to feel like this game becomes Rapier Watch. At what point does Smash decide now's the time? I want that easy 300 damage. Give it here. He's got Daedalus. After the Daedalus is where you can build a Rapier. That's the time where it's at least a possibility. Maybe he wants to get something like a Lincoln Sphere first, or even a BKB just to deal with Glimpse, Lasso potentially, but for now, Smash is starting to pile up the gold. That's the big thing that I'm looking for. Otherwise, you know, whoever gets more items and is the better initiation has a good shot of this, but that will always be your X factor.
Who doesn't look for a Rapier to be picked up here, to be honest?
That's the only thing I look for when I see Kunkka nowadays.
Maybe if they're on the back foot, they'll probably go for the all-in kind of a Rapier build-up, but I feel like if they're ahead, they can always...
By the way, I'm not making any 3-2-2 accusations, but I do want to point out here that Mr. Smash is wielding the Leviathan Whaleblade. Maybe a double agent here working for the Dire Squad.
Oh man, no respect.
Something to keep an eye on.
I'm gonna beat you with your own sword. Right.
Yeah, that's the other way to look at it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure that's the intention, right?
If they end up losing this game, though, I'm sure some of the viewers will be a little disappointed in Not Today for violating their trust.
Self-hex so he can freely scout out the Roche, or at least be nearby. It's enough for Leviathan to get percolated here. They smoke up and they feel like there's tension in the area. I like the little ward to scout it out for them. It's not up quite yet. Up 30 seconds time, it will be ready to go. And I don't know, LD, who do you think has the better Roche fight to kind of get the job done here?
It's so hard to say. Leviathan, no towers nearby. That really hurts them. But they got the Bat Rider, right? So they always have that amazing scouting tool. They also have the Wave of Terror, which is great for scouting. I think not today have the better 5-man fighting lineup in general if they get all their spells off in a decent way, but I think it's a little bit harder for them to execute. So I would say it's a toss-up, man. There's your Demon Edge for Smash. This could be it. This could be the makings.
Could be a double Daedalus too.
It could be.
Don't want to jump to conclusions.
That is,
but you are right.
Definitely the safe item. Now, if they get the Aegis here, I think we definitely do see the Rapier.
Free DD. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna hit really freaking hard. I wonder if that's enough for not today to be like, let's take a fight now. I got a DD on the Kunkka. If I crit, they're dead.
Leviathan did not actually see this rune get picked up, but they also know not today likely to have a rune of some kind. Both teams sitting very far back. This is a game of chicken, and they're not even getting close to each other. The cars are like a mile away right now, just inching forward at 5 miles per hour. This could be a solid 12 minutes before we see a fight.
Yeah, very sketchy here as they both waited out. Most of Leviathan are cowering around the Roche pit. They are going to see Not Today now go towards the mid lane here. And I don't know if it's enough leeway to allow them to quickly get into the pit. But after Not Today do push it out, now they're the ones to kind of head that way. Rocket to the high ground. Doesn't quite scout out Jenkins there. But they have to have an idea that he's probably nearby.
All right, they're all grouping up here in the pit. Remember, they do not have a reliable way to deal with the lasso. Hook shot, maybe. Try to right-click him down quickly with Sniper, maybe. But there's no just, okay, press your swap, press your glimpse, get rid of that Bat Rider.
This is just so awkward for both teams. They just don't know how much tension there is between both sides. Can't venture out too far and away. They need all hands on deck in case something is to break out. Specifically, Jenkins seems to be the most alert to be nearby just in case on his Bat Rider. Constantly scouting with his sticky.
Tireless. This guy deserves all the special badges and honors and medals you can give him, because the rest of the team, they're just gallivanting off towards mid. Now they're trying to hit creeps and stuff like that, but he may get caught now. Oh, Jenkins, you're in deep, my friend.
Smashes X'd himself. Goes on a bit of an adventure to see if he can get any extra intel. They do ping out there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
A brief glimpse there maybe of Shredder on his jug, but Jenkins is still floating around, still keeping an eye on that pit. This is probably one of the longest drawn-out Roche engagements I've seen in quite a while.
I feel like we used to see more of this with the, like, way back in the day, but nowadays it seems like teams just take Roche so quickly that they just, like, go for it. Just walk in, try to take the Roche, and by the time that the enemy team comes, you're either committed and you just die, or you just get the Aegis and win the fight. But we don't see many, like, let's poke in there, let's back off, let's go farm again. It's reminding me of, like, good old Chinese Dota back with the old Roche pit.
You can just tell that, just by the way they're playing this, that this Roche means so much for the rest of this game. So I'm not really surprised how much attention they have towards it.
Is it that important? I mean, Aegis is definitely important in this game, but none of these heroes is that strong or that... There's nobody lacking buyback cooldowns, though currently everyone except for Jug lacks the money, but... I feel like it's not the most important rush. We are 41 minutes in. Buybacks start to get a little more expensive now.
Smash has double Daedalus. He hits so freaking hard.
All right, well, we're getting there, man. This is the point where if you want the Rapier, you go for it. He may just skip it entirely, get his Lincoln Sphere to deal with the lasso, or a BKB to deal with the glimpse. But for now, Smash he's about got as much damage as he can put together.
Disruptor needs to make sure he's way far back. If he's in the splash zone, he's dead.
The splash zone is very large. I don't know if you've seen some of those pictures that people have put together showing exactly how big the cleave range is.
It's a ridiculous cone that goes out for what feels like forever. So you got to make sure you are not in the line of fire, Disruptor. Luckily for him, he has pretty good range to work with glimpse, but outside of that, he's in one misstep. Could be a one-hit KO from a certain company here, so we got to be careful. Just more pushing these lanes back out and away so they can feel more comfortable going in. And neither
what
team
a bunch
really,
of wimps. Go into the pits. Come on already.
It's like neither of them are like, I don't think we can take it that fast. Like, if we go in, we'll probably take it down to a quarter life, and it's just enough so that the other team can come in, wipe us, and take it for themselves.
That's loser talk.
Now grow a pair and get in there.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Well, a lot on the line here, of course. Winner of this, even if they drop to EG, guaranteed to have 2 shots at making it to land. So it is a crucial match, nonetheless, for both teams.
Once you make it to the house, you make it in the money too. So it's almost like a big victory in
You get the
itself.
paid trip, you get the money, and you get good experience as well, heading towards TI5.
Check out the high ground there. No ward. Now look at this. Not to miss. Nope.
Tentatively, just putting their toe in the water. Ooh, it's cold.
Oh.
Take it back out. All right, and you put it in again.
Leviathan trying to be the lifeguard. Get out of that pool. Oh.
Let's see the clock now.
Okay, there it is. Stinger makes the jump on the ship. He gets him with the finger. Stack storm is going to be used. Stinger could be caught here. Great safety for now. Oh, the boat. They sidestep it.
That was a fail boat.
Okay. Oh, big glimpse. See you later, Stinger. He goes down. Is that enough, though, for Leviathan to move forward? Jenkins thinks so. BKB, pop, blink. Now Dazzle should go down. The gems on the deck. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Leviathan finally do strike. After what was a bit of a sloppy initiation there from Not Today. They get the win, they move into the pit. And it looks like Not Today just have to accept that it will go down. They have Sniper already moving off, farming elsewhere. Same with Smashing Company.
Smash wants to go for the Aegis steal, though.
Okay.
Big plays.
Whoa! Gets in, huge cleave strike. Should be able to be pulled back and away here. And will sidestep out. Big damage, though.
They have the boat as well. Do they still want to fight? Smash go
Boom! Connects. They're still good. No, there's the snipe coming in from Van. Finishes him off. And quickly, Shredder will be pinched in. Oh, Clockwork up on the high ground, though. Now going toe-to-toe with the Shivy. The blade mill's been popped. He's got to be careful. Now Shredder gets up there with his own
back
blade.
in.
And Smash. Moves in. X gets the kill. Gem now back down once more as he gets his own kill. They make it a 1-for-1. Now a jump in from Jenkins. He'll quickly grab that gem up. Now he's got 2. And he flies away. Who the hell comes out on top after all is said and done from there?
Leviathan got the 2 kills. They got the gem. They hang on to the gem. Leviathan get that. Not Today. Lose their Clockwork. They lost the 2 heroes earlier, so they end up losing 3. They do pop the Aegis, which, although it doesn't really help their gold situation, is a big deal to discourage aggression from Leviathan. Still, I think obvious win there for Leviathan, but it's enough for Not Today that they're still in okay shape here. We'll see if they can turn it around. They're going to have to buy a new gem, though. That is a pretty big tax on the Clockwork. It'll delay his next item.
Ooh, Shredder, he sees a brief glimpse of one support, but he's low. There's 2 others behind him. He's warmly welcomed with a Hex, with a stun, with a weave, and the right click, and he goes down. Oh, he thought he had an easy grab there, but not the case. It looks like the Jug will go down. 70 seconds, buyback is available here.
All right, now Kunkka looking to make some plays in mid. He hits the turret. Where's that crit? Not enough.
Second one does crit. It should be pretty damn low. One stack brings him back on forward. They set it up with a static storm. Jenkins in there with the lasso. They get a nice pick there onto Kunkka. Sonic Wave follow-up finishes off the Lion.
Oh, man, what a play by Flying Zebra. He glimpses him as the X is bringing him back and then pulls him right back the other way. The timing, absolutely impeccable there. You glimpse a bit too early, and then you just drop him right where he was. Then he gets X back. So you got to time it just so, and he caught him. It looked like he was mid, like flying through the air one way, then just pulled back the other. It bounced around like a ping pong ball. But in the end, what is their Kunkka? That really hurts.
Not Today getting a bit rambunctious there maybe after they got the good pick on Jug.
By the way, what is going on with Mystical here? He needs to put some items in his inventory. He's got like
an offshore account of treasures.
Of random junk just in his stash right now.
He's like, I'm just showing them that I'm a flimsy little Dazzle with nothing to worry about.
What is this stout shield doing in here especially? Like, come on, man.
Maybe it's from a core and he's just holding it for
now. Maybe. It's more a funny situation than a huge deal.
He's on the gem, tries to de-ward, pull back and away, and he does a self-shallow grave, but he's not going anywhere. And that's going to be a free gem there for Leviathan.
Thanks, that's our 3rd.
I know, I was going to say, I think the 3rd now to their collection. They can almost open up a jewelry store at this point. And, well, that's another big grab. This is
If I'm Van right now, I am so royally pissed off. Just died, lost the gem, had to end up throwing his life away to try and get rid of that Aegis, then buys another gem. Now that's been lost. He's gotten the Ags, man, but the item progression is not really there at this point. It's been slowed down quite a bit.
Name of the game, according to the net worth graph, has been Twin Peaks here. 2 big times that. Not today, we're up and ahead, but then it's Leviathan who are able to get the best of him in a couple of engagements and take the game right back. Still going to be feeling pretty comfortable here. Shredder still nursing quite a bit of gold after his recent takedown, about 4K. I imagine looking to finish off the Abyssal, but also be able to hold enough for that buyback. They have constant watch here up on the high ground. It's them now who control the majority of this map, and there we go. Jenkins looks to take flight.
Oh, they see Van, but he gets the hook.
Gets the jump on him. Cos will force the wall down, but he's going right towards Leviathan. There's going to be the lasso through thereafter. Your Clockwork could go down. Steamer makes the jump on the Flying Zebra while Smash goes run in there. They do manage to bring down the Dazzle. Lion gets back in the way. Flying Zebra also goes down on the other side, but on this side, it's not going to be unleashed, but Shredder's in running trouble. He goes down thereafter. Ifrit is starting to unleash huge right-click damage, and they begin to wipe through Leviathan. Shibby there last. Double kill for Ifrit. It's not today. It's a big fight, and they go charging down the mid lane. Buyback soon to come here from Leviathan if they want to do any sort of defense.
He just bought the butterfly. If he doesn't have butterfly there, he just dies. No way does he live through that. And because he bought it, he didn't have buyback headed into that fight. In fact, he still doesn't even have it now. That was a bold move by Effort, but it ends up not only winning them the fight, but possibly allowing them to take the lane of Brax. It seems some buybacks are going to force them away. As I say that, the Lion goes down to a quad bolt. Nushim on the hunt as a 4-step, has a swap, gets it off to Ifrit. Where are you going? Well, now he's got the buyback, and he may need to use it. He's holding the Crystals. There is a tier 2 mid, so he's probably okay here. No Juggernaut alive. I think still overall a big win there for NoT today. They force out 2 buybacks. They get the 5 kills. They do end up losing 3 heroes in the end, including the Clockwork, but still, when the dust settles, they'll be very pleased with how that turned out.
So the first real base damage of the game happens mid lane against Leviathan. Tier 3 will go down, but now that means that they can begin to slowly siege in there. And we could end up seeing a bit of a stall period here unless Leviathan want to do something funky. And with that smoke grab up, I seem to think that that's going to be the case. They might look to go out and get a pick here on the NoT today. They don't know that the sniper does not have buyback, but he's still out for 45 seconds.
Yeah, it wasn't that risky just because the tier 2's up and the Juggernaut's dead in the end. At first, I'm like, oh my god, he doesn't have buyback, but he knew what he was doing there. Good decision by Effort to spend his gold and spends all that unreliable gold before he ends up going down. Now a big smoke again, man. I feel like endless smokes. They're usually like, oh, hey, free gem. Is that gem? That's gem number 3 still. No, they've got one in their stash as well. That's the 4th gem on the field. Leviathan rocking 2 actively on their heroes. One back in the well, another in the stash. And here we go.
Jump forward. They see Van hooks onto Zebra. Grabs Smash, pull him right into the storm, and he suddenly gets obliterated. But the Grave saves him for now. He falls as he does drop from the Eulers, and now they look to move on forward. Good moves back onto Lion, sets it right back towards Shredder, but the Force sets him aside. Meanwhile, Shibby gets the finishing blow onto Mystical, and they're going to get a big kill takedown. This is a fight without the sniper from NoT today.
Oh, man.
And Leviathan come out huge on a return. All set up from that big smoke gank.
Look at this graph. This is actually forming the Beyond the Summit logo at this point. We've had 2 peaks already. This is going to be our 3rd. It's crashing right back down. It's a mountain range here, but one that Leviathan seem like they're going to be able to master at this rate. They bring it back towards even. And if you're NoT today, you have 2 buybacks. Your other heroes will respawn. You can afford to lose that fight, but one more bad fight, and then they're in real trouble. As Ifrit tries to split push top, slow down Leviathan's aggression. Now they did have to use 2 buybacks earlier on the Venge as well as the Quap. That hurts them a bit. They'll be reluctant to go for big objectives, but for now, they'll be content to take their 4th tower of the game.
Free monies. Gotta get it right now while they can. Slowly, not today. No need to kind of do any sort of buyback here. As I can have to take the baby steps to make it to the base. They'll step away with the respectable advantage. Roche timer, is it going to be nice to Leviathan here and be small, or will NoT today be able to come right back?
These gems, man. There's like, maybe there are only 3. I might have counted one that got dropped right as it did, but Yeah,
Let's see.
It's just so many of them.
Disruptor has one. There's one in the base. There's one probably on Jenkins.
Did they leave the... Yeah, it must be 3. I think I miscounted my excitement, but the jewelry store dream is not quite there yet. They need a couple extra items to put on sale under the counter.
Yeah, they got a thrift store right now, so we'll make it work. Did Dazzle pick up those items?
Junk.
Okay, good. This account finally has all those items on hand now.
Not the vid booster.
Not the vid booster.
Unfortunately, they are a little bit inventory challenged here. Perhaps Stainer can drop his magic stick. Heed Eternal Envy's advice, but short of that, they're lacking for slots. Same with the Kunkka, actually. This is, I think, one of the issues with the hero is you get your double Daedalus Battle Fury, and then it's like, well, okay, sell the treads, you can get that rapier if you want, but that's it. You're done. And you're very reliant on just rolling the dice, hoping for a big crit. If you don't get it, you ain't finding kills. Whereas Leviathan's cores, especially the Jug, just very reliable right-click damage in the fights. Aside from the Sniper Butterfly, but I imagine his next item here for Shredder is going to be that MKB.
Radiant's
maybe
top
swaps
tower
out
is under
this
attack.
Blade Dagger. I think you want to keep that. Maybe even swaps out the Mask of Madness as an alternative.
Sonic Wave just to keep the pressure here
Radiant's
on the top lane. Smashes
attack.
on defense duty as he just TPs in briefly with his Boots of Travel and X, so you get that fun bit of interaction as he sports the 2 boots, 2 feet strat there, still with power treads. There's plenty of inventory space still to work with here if he wants to, I don't know. Where do you go from here? I mean, you joke about the rapier. I still don't feel like it's rapier time quite yet. He obviously needs to nurse a lot of gold, but if he happens to come with a bit more, is it 3 Daedalus time?
I don't
Radiant's
know. They're
top
running.
tower is under
Honestly,
attack.
they are running out of inventory slots. So that is my one concern. Is your core is really like Sniper's pretty much done. You can replace the Sanji Yasha with like a Satanic. That's not bad. Replace your upgrade your Crystallis to a Daedalus. That's decent.
Radiant's
But
top
still,
tower
a good
has
lasso
fallen.
Omni Slash will just win Leviathan fight flat out, and it still comes down to initiation. It still comes down to execution, and it may just come down to this roach fight, which Jenkins wants to set up now. They're going to try to scout him out here. They get the vision. They get the Blink Hex Assassinate come through. He's got to be creepy, though. They got to chainstone him perfectly, or he can turn this.
Facts, getting Static Storm, huge damage to Grateful City for now, and then a force staff to the low ground. Still he gets hit up. X, jump in, they don't quite get the hit they want. There's the Omni Slash, it does go out between Sniper, and it's going to be mitigated. Boat will miss, nice follow-up hook shot though on the Shredder. He's going to be forced to spin, but his team's not nearby. Gets the Abyssal off, he will go down, does have buyback if necessary, but the fight must go on. And they look to move forward. Flying Zebra's going to be the next target. Pop! He gets dropped. Double kill for Ifrit. Nice! Hook shot comes out for Van. Connects onto Jenkins. He goes down. Triple kill for Ifrit. And if they want, they can push on forward or double back for the Roche at this point.
Man, they really play around the shallow grave so incredibly well, and not today. So they grave the lion. He blinks in. He gets his initiation off. Then he gets graved as he's slowly being focused down. They double force staff him back to the low ground, and he ends up surviving. And then it happens again with the hook shot follow mid. Now, you've gone to Van. Again, the graves coming out. Completely frustrating. Leviathan, a smash, also survives through this. He's got the X coming back. It'll bring him towards safety. Clock gonna hook away. Get me out of here, homie. He'll hit the ejector button, and he makes it out too. So they force out the buyback there on the Juggernaut, and they walk, as well as the Bat Rider, and they walk away scot-free. No Roche taken. And I feel Leviathan must get Roche in after these buybacks. If not today, manage to claim the Roche as well as force those out, it's very likely 1-2 lanes of racks. They're going to make their way towards the pit, Dakota, but already swinging back around is Van. He's scouting it out with the rockets, and they're going to smoke. Dire team did not see this smoke.
Perfect shot, though. He scouts out. Both should be.
And they don't even know they're coming. This could be really bad for Leviathan.
Oh, man. This is game winning right here if they get a huge fight. They didn't get a whole lot done. They won that fight, but they didn't take any extra racks. But there's going to be the jump in on the Shivy. There's the extra racks. Backstorm's there, forced to get out of it. Dan moving on in with smash, big strike, Sonic Wave, the fly from Shivy on the high ground, and the Omni Slash will finish off Van on the low ground. Zebra going to be finished off right there from your Lion. Shivy looking to to run hand in hand with Shredder to get back into the baseline.
That's a dieback from the Bat Rider, though. They've got 4 alive. I don't even know if they need the clockwork. The Omni Slash is down, and Quapult's been used. There's just no damage at this point. They can just walk into the base, take a lane of Brax, maybe even go for 2 here. This could end up being the entire Leviathan base that goes down. They'll lose the melee. The ranged as well, already rotating. Where do they go? Do they know? I think they saw the Bat Rider buyback, so they could even just push bottom, or they can play it safe and just walk in for the big boy. It seems the Roche will be the choice here.
Yeah, I don't think there's much to contest it. They know that this Bat Rider is going to be out for over a minute, and there really should be nothing that can oppose him. Shredder's flirting around, but he also is in dieback territory if he does go down. So you can't play that risky. He might just have to step back and farm up while he can.
And he's just a little underwhelming in his damage output. The Dazzle Grave is really hurting him. The Dazzle Ultimate
has fallen
also doing a lot of work against him. Not to mention the Casual Buffler. I love this pickup by Miscal. We never really talked about it. He got it much earlier, like I guess 30 minutes ago even. It's been a big value item for them. I think some really smart pickups here by the supports, and they're just in some great shape here right now. 1 lane of Rax down, Aegis on their way, and there you go.
Okay. They're the team in a comfortable position, but with Aegis to smash, he feels pretty good about being able to grab up a rapier here.
I think you dropped the Battle Fury. I think you want to keep the double Daedalus. You've already got Tidebringer. It is on a longer cooldown, but 1 Tidebringer with a rapier is enough to clear a wave. So, he's going to drop a Daedalus. So he still gets a decent crit percent here.
Oh man, this is with a crit. Like
he can cancel any split push by Leviathan. Like he could just TP top, put on the X before he goes, and clear out the top lane, come right back bottom, and get in the fight. I mean, maybe we see that crazy glimpse time of a fight by Flying Zebra, but the thing is, he's never going to be comfortable and confident leaving the base, going to top lane to set up that play. So you can't really split push against this Kunkka. You are going to have to fight at the base. And I mean, speaking of item pickups, look at this Stinger. Goddamn, Ethereal Blade's been snagged by this Lion. Ain't so little anymore.
Yeah, usually the luxurious pickup is getting an admin sector here, but I like this. Works good.
Great against the Jug, especially.
Yes, that's what's most important here. Smash has a DD. Oh my god. Yeah, this is going to be a real hard crit. Here he goes. This is dangerous. Moves in. Can he get the flip up and the strike? Here it comes. Wait for it. Tries to land. He can't quite get there in time with Shredder. And he's still huge damage. Omni Slash will fly. Vandas go down. And they get the Lion as well.
Double damage crit. Come on, Smash. You gotta make it happen.
He's trying to, but he goes right back towards the tower instead. Hasn't been able to put that focus fire onto a hero quite yet. Leviathan trying their best to catch him around. There's going to be the bone jump to the low ground. Tries to strike on the Jenkins, and Jenkins will go down. Gets shot there from Ifrit. Now Nushin could be the victim next here. Boom! Half his life gone, and now the sniper slows him on. Here comes the final blow. Bang! Boom!
Come on, Smash, get him!
Okay, well that was overkill.
That was super underwhelming, but gets the kill.
He gets the kill regardless. 2 for 2. Bottom Rax in jeopardy after already losing the mid lane. Leviathan on the verge of dropping game number 1 here to Not Today. Smash. It's huge right hook now.
It definitely, the Kunkka definitely not the reason why they're winning the game. I feel out of all 5 heroes, he's probably the least impactful, to be honest, but it's just a nice bit of flair here from Not Today to round things out. They may make another go mid, Assassinate coming in. Smash. Gonna play safe here. He is carrying a rapier. You give this Jug a rapier on top of his items, suddenly he is a very hard character.
Suddenly the push on top lane is gone.
Yeah.
Evaporates. In the hands of Smash here.
Easy cleave.
Didn't even have to worry about the Aegis. Still has 2 minutes to work with if they want. Leviathan, they might need to start considering the all-in kind of a play. What would that play be? Is it just kind of smoke and try to just catch
pray.
Not Today off guard?
Your play is to pray. Wait out the Aegis sounds nice, but I don't think they're going to be allowed to do that. It looks like Not Today want to fight now. So if you're going to have to fight before the Aegis is up, you probably want to ignore the Kunkka as much as possible. I think the most important hero to kill is this Dazzle, if you can. If you can't get to him because Miscal's too far back, then maybe you look towards the Sniper or the Lion. The Lion's normally the one getting into the fight first, and already they do see Stinger. They're going to know he's got backup behind him. Ideally kill the Dazzle off the bat. That is the #1 way to start the fight, but Miscal, I don't think he's going to caught once this game. They're going to try for the Sniper. There's a Grave available. Hook shot coming in. Double swap ult. He could be used. comes crashing in, hits on absolutely nobody. Smash, flicking himself forward. They try to purge him, but that does not remove your X. He'll just go right back to where he once stood and go for a cleave. Oh, cleave! Where's the crit? I mean, we got so close. No crit. Come on, man. Smash, your RNG. Not quite good enough here. Doesn't seem they'll need him. Die back from your sniper. Laying into Shredder to get him. That's a die back on the jug, and that looks to be all she wrote. Damn! Easy shotgun to the face by the Lion to secure the kill, and Leviathan just didn't have it in game one.
Very close game from both sides. Very back and forth. You can see through the history of this draft. Leviathan, though, never really had true control of this game to even take it to the Not Today side. So Not Today. Very strong performance here for game number one. It is a best of three after all, but all right. I mean, you seem to say Kunkka. I love the pick. We don't get to see it very often. Wasn't a game changer, though.
I mean, did you feel like he was? There was the one time where I think he TP top with the X already on him and comes right back. That's a nice way to D-push, but
yeah.
It's not like they really had to deal with a lot of split push from Leviathans. Like, it just helps you get the lanes in.
Yeah.
We didn't see a really good boat that game. I mean, the Coco Rum's always nice.